Hi, this is Ant from Speakerstack Music. Today's video, we're going to continue building an Ableton song from scratch. This is video number 8 of a series of videos, by which at the end we should have a complete first song in Ableton. And today's video is going to focus on adding in some more synthesizers into the song. So I've opened up the project we were working in, which is the Ableton introductory song. In the last video we added in some lead guitar. In this video we're going to add in some synths, as I've just said. So we're going to add in some MIDI channels so that we can actually play the notes into Ableton as MIDI information, as digital information, and capture those notes. But before we do that, we need to tell Ableton what kind of sound to play back again. So I'm going to go into the library of sounds. I'm going to go into the analog section. And I think we're going to add in something which is a bit synth leady into this, so we've got something that sits on top of everything else. So go into the synth lead drop down menu, and I'm going to go to the sweep lead, click on that, drag it across into the MIDI track, and there you go. So we've got a sweep lead now, which is now renamed the channel and the track. So I'm just going to have a flick down, and we're going to put something in the chorus for that. Before we do so, we need to arm the channel and then click on the clip to record. We just need to make sure that the length of the clip is going to give us enough room to capture all the notes we want to play in, which it looks like it is. There we go, and I've clicked on that, and then we click on the session record button, and we should be away with recording. Okay, great. So we've captured a lead synth idea there, and I'm just going to pan the sound off to the right just to create a bit of space for it. And again, I'm going to pan the lead guitar off to the left, just to create a bit of space for that. So these are two lead instruments, so we want to keep them separate in the sound. So let's just see how that sounds now with those instruments both panned off to the left and the right. Good, okay. I think that synth sound, that lead synth, is actually interfering a little bit with the lead guitar. So I'm going to try that in the verse and just see if that works better for the verse. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, let's copy that and paste it into the other verse. I've lowered the volume on it as well because it was sounding quite loud in the mix. So now we're going to go to the build-up section of the song and add some notes in for that part. So again, the track's armed, and we're going to click on the circular record button. Before we do so, let's just create the clip by clicking twice on it and increasing the length. It just gives us 8 bars then to record into. All ready, and then press the session record button and we're ready to go. go and move some of these notes around that aren't quite on the beat. Just a couple. Yeah, I think that last note wasn't quite aligned, so I've just gone in and I've moved that, but I think the rest of them are looking pretty good. That's not quite there. Let's just drop that one there, see if that makes a difference. Move that one up. The rest of them look pretty good. Let's just play that and see how that's sounding. So I've just gone in there and I've just changed some of the velocity of some of those notes just to even it out a little bit, because as I was playing it in, I was playing some of them louder than others in terms of how hard I was pressing the keys. So I've just made that, smoothed that out a little bit so it's a bit more consistent. Fantastic. Right, so I think rather than add more of the sweep lead into the other parts of the song, I think we're going to leave it as it is and keep it in the verse and the build up and that middle eight section where the solo is at the end, which means we need something a bit different for the choruses. So again, we're going to go in and drop another MIDI channel in, arm the MIDI channel, and this time I think we'll add something a bit more analogy and paddy in, and drop in a chord sweeper into the sound. I'm just going to drag across and into there. Let's just see how that's sounding. Yes, I think that will give a nice kind of organy sound to it. So again, we just want that in the choruses. So just have a quick blast of it to remind us what was happening in the choruses. And again, we're going to need to make sure that we're giving ourselves enough room to record 8 bars of notes into it, which we've got there. And if we click on that, we should be ready to record a take of the chord sweep. And again, I'm going to put something in which is quite synthy behind the scenes. We've got the stabby chords on the guitar, and also the swept organ's quite stabby in the chorus. So we're going to do something a little bit more synthy that will sit behind in the mix. Okay, so I actually stopped recording a little bit earlier there because I thought I was actually looping around, but that's okay because we've got some good take of it. And actually what we can do now is just go in and highlight those notes, and then we can actually duplicate, and they should drop in the last section of the song. So they all look pretty good. They look on the beat on the whole. There's a few that we could perhaps just tidy up a little bit. Again, probably should have armed it with the quantize function working, but mostly played in fine. These notes here we can just drag across to there. Those notes are in time, and again it's that first chord that we're playing, and then those three, sorry, the third chord that we're playing, and then those three again. Let's just see how that sounds. you can probably hear with that some of those chords are louder than others, again just depending on how hard I played the chord in. So if we just scroll through, we can probably do something about that and click on all of those three and boost that up. And again, if we just highlight the notes we want to move up, we can, and it will do it all at the same time, which is really handy. Again, just doing that, not looking for it to be perfect, but we do need the velocity to be relatively consistent across the song, across the clip, so that we're actually, you know, bringing the nuances of what I've just played out for each particular part of that. So again, we've got that, and we're going to copy that and copy it into the other two choruses, and let's just see how that sounds in terms of that transition. And again, I'm just going to pan that off a little bit to the left so that it's contrasting with the sweep lead, although actually we don't have the sweep lead in the choruses, so let's keep it central for the time being. Let's see how we get on. I'm just going to play the build up into the chorus to see how it works. Fantastic stuff, great. So we've got a couple of synths in there in the song, one which predominantly fits in the verse, and then another one which we have in the choruses. And again, what I think I'm going to do is have that coming in on the middle eight as well. And what we'll probably do is, the middle eight obviously has all the guitar solo in, so when we actually do a take, we'll just split that up a little bit, and I think we'll just work around that, not have it both of them throughout all of that section. But that concludes the video, so thank you for listening. Again, if you like the content, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then in the next video, what we're actually going to be doing now, we've got enough in there, is actually running this as a session, almost like a DJ would in a club, and recording a take of the song, which we can then use as our kind of final version of the structure. I think we've got enough instruments in there now to do that. So thanks again for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.